If you Google the word fun, I'm gonna tell you what I think is gonna come up. I think the description that's gonna come up is riding an e-bike around Bentonville. We're here at Lawrence Plaza filming this, and in the span of probably 45 minutes, I think I've seen, I don't know, 15, 20 e-bikes. The mountain bike capital of the world is absolutely legit on any bike, doesn't even matter. You can be on a beach cruiser, I don't care. But when it comes to having maximum enjoyment in a limited amount of time, it's really hard to beat an e-bike. And it's a very interesting dynamic phenomenon. I've been all over the country, and there's places where, well, people are not very accepting of those of us that are e-curious. But here, e-bikes, not only are they accepted, they're welcomed, and a lot of the experiences here are curated around using an e-bike. So today, I'm gonna let you in on one of my favorite rides to do when I have my Fazzari Timp Peak fully charged and ready to rock. All right, we're gonna call this one, we're gonna call it an intermediate ride. Now, don't get nervous if you're watching this thinking, I'm not an intermediate rider. It's not a big deal. This is more of a choose your challenge sort of ride. So if you're thinking, no, I'm not quite there yet, well, check out the beginner ride, the intro ride that we did for e-bikes. But if you're feeling this, come along on this journey. And what we're gonna try to do is we're gonna try to bring you to certain zones. And that's what's great about the e-bike is you can go from session zone to session zone, just sessioning over and over again. And if you get to one that you're not super comfortable with, well, just chill out. Maybe watch a little bit, do what you can, and come back and hit it bigger another day. Now you're gonna roll out, of course, the top of All American. We've shown you this many times, a great way to get warmed up, but again, keep it slow to start. Some people get a little excited with that e-bike. They bump it up to boost and start ripping. Keep it an eco or a trail right now and just, get yourself warmed up. You're gonna head on over to the Tech Hub and the Flow Hub, and you're gonna do some sessioning there. For me, I like Technar. I'm a big fan of Technar, especially on the e-bike because it's a little bit faster, a little bit chunkier, and that new section down at the bottom is fun. But of course, it's hard to beat Rim Trail. So have some fun on those. Cruise around, maybe hit boo-boo, choo-choo, all that stuff. All right, so after a couple runs there, I'm gonna head out on the bottom of either Technar or Rim Trail, and I'm gonna cruise by, say hi to my friend Sassy, head on into the Black Apple Zone. Black Apple Zone, I don't think gets enough love. Really cool place. It's been around for a while, but it was just recently updated, so Apple Dumpling is a pretty good one. And I know some of you are thinking, wait a minute, Rich, you've done videos before and it was Apple Dumpling. I don't know, a G got added somewhere, so now it's actually legitimately Apple Dumpling. Great run, cool wooden feature at the top, some fun jumps. From there, hook a left, roll right up Ozone, which the pedal up is easy because you're on your e-bike, and you're excited because you know you're heading to Hammerdown. Okay, Hammerdown. One of the more popular trails in the area. If you're a fan of our videos, you've seen us do a few on this one. And over the years, it has, I don't know, it's changed a little bit. So it's been touched quite a bit, and I think this is a good time to think about pre-ride, re-ride, free ride. Every time I go, I always take a slow run in at first because be it weather or time of the year, it's almost like a living trail. Things change a little bit, rocks move, they make adjustments to some of the jumps. So give yourself a really good look at it first before you come in and start ripping it, having some fun. One of the things I like to do, and you can try this if you want, try to come in at the top and pedal as little as possible. Really fun way to try to work the trail and create as much speed as you can. So get a few runs on that one, save a little battery, save a little energy, because after that, we're gonna bounce across the street and we're gonna hit one of the OG jump lines, still one of my favorites, and that's Barn Burner. One of the things I love about Barn Burner is the rock takeoffs are always consistent. So you still want to pre-ride, re-ride, free-ride, but I think it's a great spot to build confidence hitting jumps that visually look a little bit bigger, but they're built very well, and each one builds on the next. It's a really fun spot, especially with the e-bike again, because you can rip right back up Red Barn and hit it again. All right, after a few runs on the old Barn Burner, it's time to rip down one of my favorite trails, and it has been since before we moved to the mountain bike capital of the world. It's Tristans Trail. And the reason that I like Tristans, it's a little unique. It's a more sustained descent than you'll get most places around Bentonville. It's very fun. It's fun for every level of rider, but you can get pretty creative. Some rollers you can manual through, some side hits. You ride past the Oz wall. That's something that everybody loves. And I would probably say stop and take a picture there. Like, get yourself a sweet selfie, tag Oz Trails. I see a ton of them. There's no reason you shouldn't be on there. And then once you get to the bottom, I think this is where the most fun is gonna be had. The bottom really starts to rip and you can pick up a lot of speed. So again, if you've never hit Tristans, come in a little bit slower to start and get a feel for it. And of course you can roll back up and hit it again if you'd like. Once you come out the bottom, be careful. You got a bridge down there, a little water crossing that can get somewhat slippery. But after that, you roll right onto the greenway, follow that north. It's gonna take you back to Slaughter Pen Phase 1. All right, as you make your way down into Phase 1, another opportunity. Great bathroom, dog park. You can hang out, say hi to some of the puppies. There's also another maintenance station, so if the bike's making a little noise, maybe need some air, stop there and get it hooked up. Once you go under Northwest A Street, you're gonna see the Spark Art on the left. You're gonna hook a right over the bridge. That's gonna take you right into Slaughter Pen Phase 1. And 2, I would argue, is one of the most popular spots. I call it Rockman, and there's a pretty good reason I call it Rockman. There's a man made of rock. Little Shredder Boy Dex also calls it Rockman, so I just roll with it. Now, Rockman, it's a spot we take a lot of private coaching clients, because if you're trying to dial in jumps, get a better feel for it, build some confidence, it's a pretty good place. Probably one of the best, and the reason is it's easily repeatable. So you start up at the little hub, you roll in, you hit these 2 jumps, and then you can pretty much loop back around. If you're feeling it, you can keep heading down and hit some more jumps on this run and do it over and over and over again. Trust me, people will spend hours there just ripping. It's an awesome place. But if you're getting a little bored of that, you can just go right up above it and hit Jesse's Last Stand. What's crazy about this one is the amount of people that I've talked to that have said, well, wait a minute, Jesse's, like, where is that? And I tell them, it's literally right there. Like, I could throw a rock and hit it, and they miss it. And part of it is because they're getting so excited about hitting Rockman, they don't open up trail forks and see, oh, wait a minute, there's another line right up there. Jesse's, again, very repeatable. It's a session zone, a lot of speed, some fun jumps, some fun turns, and it ends with a really sweet step-up tabletop that is very aspirational. So if you're not quite dialed in with your jumping, this is a great spot to get more and more comfortable. All right, now, take a look down, check that battery, make sure you got a little life left, not only in the battery, but in you also. We're gonna head over to the castle. You can't do a legit mountain bike capital of the world e-bike ride without getting some castle laps. Quick little pedal over, make your way to the top. Now, here's where it gets difficult. You gotta choose which line am I gonna take. Well, again, beauty of the e-bike is you don't have to make that choice. You can hit them all. So Lone Wolf for me is probably my favorite. I love Lone Wolf because it's got a lot of nuance. It's very fun, it's very fast, it's ever evolving. So again, pre-ride, re-ride, free ride. But there's some spots there, especially that off-camber left-hander, that allow you to kind of work your technique a little bit. And I love the e-bike because it allows me to do it more times. Catapult, Medieval, and they're all great. Come on, let's be honest. If you're looking to hit some big jumps, those are the 2 that you're gonna go after. And think about it too, on the e-bike, you got more weight, so be smart and manage that weight. So if you're not quite sure at this point, jumping characteristics of that, start slow. Again, pre-ride, re-ride, free ride. I know I've said it a bunch of times, but I say it because it's very important. You wanna be safe. You want to have fun in the mountain bike capital of the world, and stacking yourself isn't a way to do that. All right, after some castle laps, we still got, I don't know, maybe the best. Maybe we've saved the best for last. Again, you can comment below and tell me what you think. But from here, the last zone that we're gonna hit is Handcut Hollow. You're gonna follow J Street, easy little pedal, get your mind right on the gravel, and then you're gonna hit it. You're gonna see the parking lot on J Street. You're gonna see a big sign that says Handcut Hollow. You know you're where you're supposed to be. All right, once you get to the trailhead on J Street, check the map out, check Trail Forks out, because you have 3 different options. So it's totally up to you, kind of a choose your own adventure. I like to mix it up a little bit. There's one spot that parallels Price Coffee Road. If you start from the parking lot, you'll get there at some point. I like it because it's pretty fast, got some rollers, got some techie rock moves in it, and it's something that you can slowly dial in your comfort level and come in a little bit faster. From there, you cruise across J, and that's gonna take you over by zone 4, and then ride some of that sweet single track over to the hub. Now you got a couple options here. You can hook off left if you want, take the road over. If you take the road over, you're looking to the right, you're gonna see the schoolhouse. Once you get your way over to the hub at Handcut, there's a ton of different runs here. I have my eyes locked on one, and her name is Janet, Interplanet Janet. I'd say take the opportunity to pre-ride, re-ride, free-ride, hit all of the runs there, but I think you're gonna settle on Interplanet Janet as your favorite. And this is for a few different reasons. It's got some big fun jumps, got a sweet rock garden in the middle. But on the e-bike, what I love is you can come in and create some speed up top, and you don't have to pedal the entire time. So it's a challenge for you. Get down that whole run pumping, using the trail as much as possible. Try to limit your pedals. If you got anything left in the battery and your tank, you can cruise out and hit some of the single track there. At this point for me, I'm usually pretty spent, and it's time to pull the cord and head back to the mountain bike capital of the world and get myself a snack and some coffee. There you go. Big ride demands big snacks. And one of my favorite places downtown to get some snacks is Olly Makes Bakery. Wholesome, gluten-free, and absolutely yummy. I got a great little mix right here. Cheddar bacon scone, blueberry muffin, and this lemon cake. Oh, absolutely divine. And if you're lucky, every once in a while, you'll be able to get some fresh lemonade from this young man over here. I think his name is Dex Drew. You might have seen him before. Now, great ride. Hopefully you dug it. If you have questions, you're not sure where to go, hit the link below, drop a comment, let us know what's happening. I got Strava down there. So I Strava'd this ride. So you can pull that up. You can go to Trail Forks. A lot of ways you can guide yourself around. And honestly, you don't have to stick to this one. You can do whatever you want. You can kind of pick and choose any of those zones that we went to. But if you haven't enjoyed the mountain bike capital of the world on an e-bike, I highly suggest you do it because it's absolutely ripping. And I only showed you a little bit. I showed you what's here. There's even more all around. So if you're feeling it, you can go even farther. If you have decided you want to enjoy these trails better, you want to grow more confident as a rider, I know somebody that can help you do that. Check us out at therideseriesmtb.com. Check our clinic schedule. You can also do some private coaching here if you'd like. I'm more than happy to do that. And again, if you haven't been here, come out. We'd love to see you out on the trail. We would love to show you a good time. Have some fun at Olly Makes, Onyx, any of the cool places. So with that, I think I'm gonna dive back into my scone and enjoy the rest of the day. So all that's left is a peace out, dumpers.